Man, it's wild when I think back to those early days of Instagram. Back then, the platform was like the Wild West. No rules, no regulations. Profiles were nothing like what you see on today's IG, I'm telling you. It was a whole different era. A time when you could do all sorts of things, like even follow some messed up accounts, like those gore pages. See, at that time, I was really into shock sites like LiveLeak, so it didn't surprise me when my buddy sent me a link to an Instagram profile that was on that same gruesome level. Without thinking twice, I clicked on it, not knowing the horror that awaited me. Once that link opened up, man, it was like stepping into a world of pure darkness. Each image was more disturbing than the last, a collection of real-life murder scenes captured in graphic detail. It was like a twisted digital gallery of death. I was freaked out, but at the same time, something about it drew me in. In my messed up curiosity, I found myself double tapping those chilling images. It was like a sick way of acknowledging the messed up artistry that came with those heinous acts. Little did I know, I was engaging with the actual sickos behind those violent acts, just playing their twisted game. Then, one night, while I'm chilling with my family in the safety of our home, this eerie tension filled the air out of nowhere. It was like the darkness outside reflected the evil lurking in that digital realm. The silence was heavy, and all of a sudden, we heard glass shattering in the distance. Adrenaline kicked in, and I didn't even think twice. I rushed towards the noise, only to find these intruders trying to break in our crib. I confronted them without hesitation, my voice firm and commanding. They didn't see it coming and got all disoriented, scrambling to figure out what to do. And right there, in that intense moment, I noticed their getaway vehicle, a creepy van parked nearby. I burned those details into my memory, even though panic was creeping up on me. I went after them, driven by the need to protect my loved ones. But damn, my efforts were in vain because that van disappeared into the night, leaving behind nothing but fear and uncertainty. I made it back home, my heart pounding in my chest, my mind racing with questions and dread. Who were those intruders, and what the hell were they after? Days later, the news dropped a bombshell on us. Turns out, the Instagram profile I had been following, the one showing all those messed up murders, was run by a gang of real-life killers. These sickos would invade homes, snuff out innocent lives, and then record it all to upload on the platform. That news report revealed their twisted way of picking their next victims. They targeted people who engaged with their profile, especially those who liked the messed up pictures they posted. I went pale, realizing how close we were to danger. Could that break-in at my place have been orchestrated by those sickos? Were me and my family their next targets? That realization sent a chill down my spine, putting me in a constant state of paranoia. I couldn't escape the thought that my own curiosity had made us vulnerable. I had slipped into this amazing chiffon blouse I bought online. It was like the perfect fit, making me feel elegant and confident. The design was so unique, subtle, but it caught your eye, and it totally matched my personal style. Anyway, that Saturday was sunny and beautiful, and I met up with my friends for lunch. The moment I walked in, their faces lit up, and they couldn't stop complimenting me on my outfit. It was such a confidence boost, and we had the best time hanging out that Saturday afternoon. After all the fun, I went back home ready to relax. It was around 8 p.m., and I was closing the blinds in my bedroom. Can you believe how bright it still was outside at 8 p.m.? Anyway, just as I was about to shut them completely, my phone buzzed with a new message on Instagram. Curiosity got the best of me, and I opened the DM from my friend Samantha. She asked if I had found out yet about something. I was like, what? Found out about what? She had stumbled upon an Instagram account that had pictures of me, so she sent me the link. My heart started racing as I clicked on it, not knowing what I was about to see. As the page loaded, I swear I couldn't even breathe. The page was called Photos of KC, and in the description, it said it was all about the most beautiful woman in our little town of Fountain Valley. And there they were, a series of pictures of me, taken without my knowledge. Some were in places I recognized near my apartment, and others were even taken in my room when I thought I was alone. It was like my worst nightmare come to life. I felt this chill run down my spine as I scrolled through the images, each one making my fear grow even more. The most recent one, posted just 25 minutes ago, was a shot of me looking out of my bedroom window, wearing the same top that I had on. I literally collapsed on the floor, realizing that the stalker was right outside of my window. I was terrified, trying to make sense of it all. Who could be doing this to me? I reported the profile to Instagram, hoping they'd take some action. But days turned into weeks, and nothing happened. I didn't know what else to do. I kept my blinds closed all the time, and I barely left my apartment. Eventually, the account stopped posting new pictures of me, and I started to wonder if keeping my blinds closed and staying home all day actually worked. But I still had this burning question in my mind. Who was behind all this? Then, one day, the account was gone, completely deleted. I felt relieved, for sure, but I'm still left wondering who the heck was responsible for putting up that Instagram profile and causing me so much fear and humiliation. It still bothers me to this day that those pictures were taken inside my own home, the place where I'm supposed to feel safe. I'm always on edge, always looking over my shoulder, because deep down, I know that stalker is still out there. I was lying in bed late at night, scrolling through Instagram and watching those adorable dog videos. It was pushing 1 a.m. when I noticed a message notification pop up on my phone. I mean, who messages that late, right? But I saw it was from an old friend, someone I hadn't talked to in like 5 years. I was surprised, to say the least, and opened up the conversation, not really knowing what to expect. Memories of the good old days with this dude flooded my mind. We used to hang out all the time when we were in our early 20s, doing everything from drinking and playing poker to hitting up the bars at night. Anyway, he sent me a simple "hey," so naturally, I replied and asked him how he had been all these years, eager to catch up and all. But there was no response for like several minutes. I messaged him again, like, "Hey, everything all right? It's been forever, man. What have you been up to?" And this time, he replied right away, saying,
"It's cold here. So cold. I can't escape it."
I was totally confused by his answer, so I replied with a, what? Are you okay? Where are you? And guess what? He never replied after that. The minutes passed, and I started getting sleepy because it was late and all. So I told him I had to hit the sack and wished him well, despite the weirdness of our conversation. Next morning, I grabbed my phone, still half asleep, struggling to unlock the screen. Then, bam, a message notification from another friend popped up, and my gut just knotted up. I had this weird feeling that this friend was reaching out about the guy I messaged the night before. And let me tell you guys, the room got so heavy with anticipation, I just knew something bad was coming. I read the message, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. My old friend, the one I was chatting with just hours ago, had died by suicide 2 days ago. They found him hanging in his room. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. Shock and disbelief washed over me. My heart was pounding like crazy, and suddenly, everything started to make sense. The strange messages, the disconnected answers. It was like his soul was reaching out to me from beyond the grave. I didn't know what he wanted or why he chose to reach out to me. Guilt started creeping in. I thought about all those good times we had together, how much joy he brought into our lives. We really cared about him, you know? And if we had just been there for him, if we could have made him understand how much he meant to us, maybe this could have been prevented. After it all sank in, I couldn't help but feel this overwhelming sadness. Our chance to relive those epic days of our youth was ripped away from us. I'd give anything just to have one more moment with him, just to tell him how much he meant to me and how grateful I was for his friendship. His loss serves as a reminder. We need to reach out, be there for our friends, lend an ear. We gotta be present in their lives because you never know. Sometimes a small act of kindness can be a ray of hope that saves someone from going down a dark path.